All right, here we go. We are rolling. It is time for another episode of Cash's Top 5, which we're not doing today. We're not doing a top 5. We're actually going to be doing a fantasy draft of Best Picture winners from the Oscars. So I've got Arvin, Littell, Salemi, and we're going to be putting on fictional movie festivals, 10 films that we want. Have we seen them all? Probably not, but we're going to have fun, and hopefully no punches are thrown. So you guys ready? You guys good?
Let's do it.
Yes.
All right. Starting off with Littell.
Okay, so this might be a bit of a shocker, but probably once I say it, it will not be that surprising. My first pick is actually going to be 1943's Casablanca for number one.
Wow. Black and white or colorized version?
Is that the choice you get to make?
You don't get both.
Definitely black and white.
Oh, all right.
Picture quality's way better. But yeah, man, Humphrey Bogart, Ingrid, Laurie, all of them. It's probably the movie I've seen the most in my whole life, and there's never been a moment where I turned it off after starting it. So I think it might be my favorite movie of all time. I mean, there are also some other picks on here that would go for that too, but I won't say those just yet, just in case.
Now, as a value pick, do you think that you could have gotten that in a later round as opposed to your first round?
See, and I don't know.
You didn't want to risk it?
I didn't want to risk it because, it is a really good movie, and I think we got some romantic souls in here that might have picked it up, surprisingly.
Disagree. All right, let's tell with Casablanca at number one.
Was I supposed to move it?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
I apologize. I'll be on top of
Do
it.
all the work.
All right, so my first pick is going to be in color, and it will be after World War II.
Ooh.
I'm just joking. I'm just joking. That's a good movie. I'm going to go with No Country for Old Men, 2007.
That's a great movie. Okay.
That's one that I feel like, again, like you said, Littell, I don't want to risk anybody else taking it. And I've got a few others that are really top favorites, but that one, Coen Brothers at their peak, one of the best villains of all time with Javier Bardem. There's just so, every time you watch it, you're like, oh yeah, I forgot Woody Harrelson's in this. Like, there's just a lot of layers to it. Big fan.
And Thanos, what's his name? Josh Brolin.
Thanos.
Yeah, absolutely.
You mean Cable from Deadpool 2?
How good is Javier Bardem in that movie, too?
Oh, the quarter toss scene?
It's awesome. That's a good pick.
Slowly eats the peanuts. How much you ever lost on a quarter toss?
I gotta be honest with you, the first time I saw the scene, I had to replay because I wasn't exactly sure what the hell he had just done with that whole, no, you hold on to the quarter, it's your favorite, or lucky quarter now.
Yeah.
It is a very good film.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Good choice.
All right. With the third pick.
Boy. Man. I think I gotta go with Not in Color. And I can't be the person that takes one of the Godfather movies away from Salemi, although I am kind of tempted to do that. Just because, he's gonna get two choices right. So I'd like to pick The Godfather 2. No, I'm kidding. No, I'm not gonna do it. I can't do it. Salemi might murder me. So I'm going to go with the one that's number one on my list, and that's Schindler's List. It's not in color, except parts. And I just got to go with what I had number one. So I'm going to pick that.
Makes me cry every time.
Every single time.
So your movie festival is going to be
sad.
Uproarious affair.
Sad.
Parties.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I tend to go epics, I think, too. So none of mine are short either. So if you were actually attending my music festival, you would be there for a long time. Movie festival, not music. But yeah, it would be there. You're gonna need a whole weekend. And we're just going to show them all through.
I just don't know about movies that it feels rude to open up a snack.
Sure. Sure. Oh, yeah. No, I get it. 100%. Yeah.
It is hard to
You just go in and...
right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
I got to get some Spielberg, so there we go.
All right. Here we go with the surprise of the century. Here we go. Salemi with pick number 4 and 5.
Okay, now, I should pick Godfather.
Don't get
and
your
then
Italian card
Godfather
taken
2.
away.
However, since it's a film festival, and trying to keep in mind that I'm trying to appeal to a wide mass of individuals.
Who do you want at your festival, by the way?
Who do
Target audience.
like? Are you target audience or like celebrities who come by?
Target audience. That don't have the last name Salemi.
I prefer to have as many people as possible show up with a vowel. Their last name ends in a vowel would be my goal, I think.
Tortellini, rigatoni.
Yeah, I would be in favor of that. And I catered by Bobby Flay as well. Maybe a fleet of Bobby Flay food trucks, which is an idea I have, by the way. Bobby Flay food trucks.
That's pending.
All right, so I'm going to go with Godfather Part 2.
What?
Yes.
I have to agree. Yeah, like I was gonna pick part 2 over part 1.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it would. Yeah.
I love both, but I'm going to go with Godfather Part 2. And as much as I would like to do the back-to-back Godfather 2, I'm going to pick one of my other all-time favorite films, The Sting.
Oh, you bastard! I was gonna pick that
That's
movie.
a great one.
Dang it, dude.
Love
Man.
That's my favorite heist movie. It's
Love
so
The
good.
Sting, and big fan of Paul Newman.
Oh, yeah.
So Paul Newman could be in anything, and I'll watch.
Arguably that or Cool Hand Luke for like best
Oh,
of that era. So good.
that is also. How is that not on?
Underrated movie.
What year did Cool Hand Luke come out?
Give
We're
it a
going to have
year.
to pause on this podcast and do a little research. How is that not on the list?
Cool Hand Luke, 1967. So was that the Heat
In
of
the
the
Heat of the Night?
Yeah.
That's a good movie too. But still,
Yeah.
that's crazy. I had not thought about that. That's nuts. Well, I'm glad to see that we agree.
Yeah.
The Sting is
I
very
do.
good.
And what also with the Godfather 2 thing, like Al Pacino is like, I mean, probably his best movie ever. Like, I can't think of a better role for him than that one.
Where is it where he's a blind lawyer guy?
Oh,
Sin of a Woman.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't
That's a
mean
good
that
one.
seriously, but
I liked him in Ocean's 13. The best heist movie.
Yeah.
All right, pick number 6.
All right, I'm sticking with my history movies that I've shown in class before, and
So Gladiator.
because so I'm going Gladiator. No, absolutely, I'm going Gladiator. Hell yeah, I'm going Gladiator.
Oh!
So yeah,
That's a hell of a double
I
ticket,
love it.
man.
I love it.
Romans.
Isn't that great? Right? I mean, come on, Nazis, Romans, like there you go. Right? You've got all eras of oppressive empires in Europe. So there you go. Like I said, I like to go epics. So I'm gonna go with that.
I'm angry.
Yeah. Oh, so you're not entertained? I'm sorry.
Dude, Joaquin Phoenix is so hateable in that movie.
He's so
good.
hateable in that movie. Absolutely true. He's fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
And easily Russell Crowe's best movie.
That
Oh,
what about the
We're going Beautiful
the
Mind.
cool guys? Is that
What are you going
with? Him and
The Nice Guys.
The Nice
Guys.
Guys.
That's a great movie. That's a great movie. That's underrated for
Really
sure.
good.
I really enjoyed it.
I'm sorry.
No? Didn't like it?
Disagree. I didn't. Yeah.
I really-
I think it's underrated. I don't know that it's great, but I think it's underrated.
Maybe my expectation was different going in.
Yeah.
I didn't necessarily care for it. Sorry.
That's how I feel about Gladiator.
You didn't
Really?
Like, no,
Yeah.
I think it's a
The
fun
first
film.
Casher told me that the other
times
day.
I tried to watch it, I fell asleep.
Oh, dude, I cried in that movie
couldn't
every
get into
time.
it. It felt like
Oh, the end of that movie gets you too. I think that's that's my connection. I think is movies that I like emotionally connect with.
Yeah,
are
sure.
Those. So yeah, that's it may not be like particularly great movie festival fare, but that's what I'm going with.
all right.
Yeah.
That's 2 movies on the list for you now that I don't understand about you: Gladiator and Jojo Rabbit.
Oh,
We can talk about
We
it.
should talk
We'll-
about
we'll see
Jojo
how
Rabbit
this
later, because
continues.
boy,
Yeah.
I have strong feelings.
All right. I don't know what pick we're on. 7, I think.
Yeah.
So I was gonna go with this one first, but I played the value. I banked on you guys not picking this, and it worked out. I'm gonna go. My number 2 is Silence of the Lambs, 1991.
That's a good one too.
That's such a
Yeah.
good movie.
Yeah.
Man, you got a creepy film festival going on so far.
No, I don't. I love a good villain.
Right, that's
Yeah.
I mean, you got 2 of the best villain
Yeah.
films. So, So
Well, when I take Sound of
Hannibal
Music,
Lecter's
you're
up
going to
there,
have
right? I mean-
something to say.
Ooh, no, I need
He's
more
not-
Nazis.
he's not. Oh yeah, he's not picking that.
You got to
He's
show
never
both sides.
seen that.
Right? I mean,
Man, that was a lot of my picks.
Gone. All right.
That's a
Get me
good
on the
one.
bounty still there, baby.
All right, my number 8 is a newer film. Actually, it is the newest film on this list. It is Everything, Everywhere, All at Once.
I'm not writing all that down.
You didn't.
You just write triple E.
Can I just write the karate movie?
EEAO.
The
karate movie.
Watching this movie for the first time was so crazy to me because the very first time I saw it, I knew it was going to be one like that. It was going to win Best Picture because like this last year wasn't that great of a year for movies, but also it was. I mean, I cried like 5 times throughout, like especially at the end with the dad. I mean, every flashback memory that involved her dad was like gut wrenching.
It's so well put together too. Like
Oh,
it
yeah.
stands up to so many repeated viewings. I think.
Yeah, and like you notice more things. It's long, but I was never bored. I never like started nodding off. Like
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought it was excellent. It's the first movie for like me being an adult that was like, oh, this is incredible.
Mm-hmm.
Like this is the first one that I didn't have to go back and watch. It's just a modern classic to
Yeah.
me. So
Yeah.
yeah,
They were high on my board too.
yeah.
Have you ever seen any of the other Best Pictures in theater before it won? Because I rarely do that. But I've
I
done a couple
saw
times.
Green Book in
Yeah, we
theater,
did with that
and that
one,
one was
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Spotlight. That movie messed me up, and I saw that one in theaters. But,
Zero rewatchability, in my opinion.
yeah, you can't. Once you watch
that's
it,
a one and done.
Yeah.
For sure. I mean, it's a powerful one and done, but it's.
and then Birdman was the other one. All the other ones I had to go back and watch.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What's the value of being?
Actually, that's not true. I saw Return of the King in theaters.
Not that you padded?
My grandparents. No. My grandparents took me to see that one. But yeah,
All right.
Everything Everywhere.
Have you seen everything?
Yeah, I saw it in the theater.
Okay.
Yeah. Same
I'm
here.
the lone holdout then.
Have you not seen it?
I've not seen
Oh,
it.
it's
I don't think you're
it's a
gonna
fun
like it.
moment.
That's part of why I haven't watched it yet, because you said that to
I
me.
didn't care for it.
You're
To
like,
be
I
fair.
don't think you're gonna like it. I know that's
Right?
you don't
I mean-
like Jojo Rabbit, so how that's not on the list is another thing.
Oh, I think I know why.
Well, where are we going? It's a snake draft. He gets 2.
Oh,
I
I
get
apologize.
another one.
Sorry. I
Try
spun
to
more
skip
count.
it.
Oh,
I didn't even.
It is a snake draft.
Way to
You
watch
almost
out.
snaked that pick away. Ooh.
Oh,
Oh God.
just get
All right. I mean,
Turner here out of the way.
I'm gonna have to take it now before it goes away. I gotta get Lord of the Rings, Return of the King.
I knew it!
I'm also feeling the epics.
Sure. Heck yeah. My only complaint there, well, I don't know if it's a complaint, is like, how do you just have the last one? Like,
Yeah.
you know, like for a festival, like you feel like you gotta have the whole trilogy, and then there's 12
Yeah.
hours of your life you're never getting back.
The
And
people
you know-
who want to see that at the festival know the story going.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
probably true.
And like, again, just another perfect ending in my mind. From like the second they're going, like they get into Mordor, like you just feel like the end of the journey. Like they're so beaten up. Frodo can't even get up there, and like, yeah, it's a little fruity their relationship, but like that friend, like it is a little bit, but like it's so pure joy and friendship. Like, oh, it's so good.
Have you seen RRR?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yes, I have.
Oh, that friendship.
What a killer soundtrack too.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, I mean,
You don't think it drags a little toward, like after they get rid of the ring? You don't think it drags a little the actual ending, so to speak?
I think you need
It
time
ends
to
a
let
couple
it.
times.
Yeah, you need time to let it kind of breathe. Like it's been 12 hours up to this point. So just
Right.
like, gotta let it breathe a little bit. I mean, you got to show that they're not gonna stay in Middle Earth. You got to show that like what happens when they go back to the Hobbit. Like,
All right. I thought it.
It's a lot. It's a long ending. It's a
Yes.
very like
Yes.
you. I mean, you at the end of it, you don't feel like there's any threads that they haven't.
and really, they
Explore, which
they
is
left
good.
stuff out of the books. Like, there's this whole like where Sauron is destroying like their I can't think of the name right now. Where they live, where
The Shire?
The Shire,
Oh,
yeah.
Shire.
Where Sauron's like destroying the Shire, they all go back and to kill him again. Like, it was this whole thing. But, okay.
How impressed are you that I knew it was called The Shire?
Well, the next time they make
Thank
these
you.
movies, I'm sure they'll like it. It's 12 movies now.
The remake. But yeah, okay.
All right. Pick 9 or 10, whatever we're on now. Now it's getting to the point where I don't really care, so I just want to snake picks from you guys.
What the hell?
You picked 2 and now you don't care.
Yeah, it's now all bets are off.
It's not that I've picked
So
2,
many good
we've picked
movies.
9 of them so far.
Okay, but it's a 10 movie film festival, and you're like, well, after the first 2, I'm just going to try to screw everyone else.
Let it ride.
I want to have fun with this.
Not even movies I like.
Wow.
No, I'll pick one I like.
I want to have fun with this.
All right, No Country for Old Men, Silence of the Lambs. I'm going to keep going with the creepy villains. Forrest Gump is my next pick.
Oh.
I honestly, when you said
Who's the
you're
creepy
going to
villain
keep
in
with the
Forrest
creepy
Gump?
villain, I thought you were going to say One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest for real. All right,
That's another
Forrest Gump.
movie, Forrest Gump, where it's just like, it comes on, you watch it to the finish.
Best soundtrack on the list? Maybe.
Ooh, that's a good argument.
Potentially.
The Sound of Music, thank you.
Oh.
Gotcha.
Jeez, dude.
I don't know. Chicago?
Yeah.
I mean,
Oliver's on here too. I mean,
Oh, sure. You guys, you enjoy your show tunes. I'll keep my CCR and John Fogerty.
Andy Hall.
I tell you what, yeah, the Forrest Gump, it is one of the soundtracks I've owned in my life.
Yeah.
Which, back in my day, I bought a lot of them, so, and it's awesome.
do you
2 discs.
you guys are too young, but do you remember when Forrest Gump came out and how there was people thinking it was
That was
a
real.
real
Yeah.
story?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Are you old enough to remember
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Where
my gosh.
people went back and forth. Is it real? Is it?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, how could
How
you
do you
not?
think
How do you not realize this is a fake story?
That conversation went on well past the movie coming out, too.
Yeah, which is sad.
Like,
I
into
really-
the thousands, 'cause
Right.
that's why I remember
Yeah.
it. Like,
Oh,
It starts with a magical feather, for God's sakes. I mean, you know, like come on.
I just remember walking out of the theater and hearing some people talk behind me. Was that a real? Like, is it real? Like, how stupid do you have to be? You don't realize this is.
I will say,
You
like,
didn't see where it said documentary?
over time, the mouth sync hasn't aged very well. But I imagine if you
Yeah.
saw it for the first time, like, their editing was really good.
And
on
the
those
word
old clips.
Photoshop was not.
Yeah,
Like,
Right. Oh, that wasn't a thing, right?
Right.
Like, I mean,
like
but
him in there with
still.
Lyndon B. Johnson, like, that looks, like, the way they
Yes.
photoshopped him in looks incredible.
I agree with all that. How they did it, but just common sense.
Right.
One man's life.
Tom Hanks was
This is the life. Come on, man.
how do you feel? I'm gonna go pay. You know? I mean, it looked like it was that moment, right? Like that was a real thing. Yeah. I don't think we had a movie up to that point that made you feel like it could have been
No.
real like that. So yeah,
Yeah. Odd. Very, very odd.
for sure.
Back to the draft.
All right, back to the draft. Okay, so for my third pick, third
pick.
right? Third. I'm gonna go with.
Yeah, write this down for me too.
All right. I'm gonna go with Unforgiven.
Ooh.
Okay.
Oh, I love Unforgiven.
I tell you what, it might be one of the best, and I've seen a lot of westerns.
Oh.
The best ending of a western I've ever seen.
Better than Shane.
But when he says whatever, like I'm gonna say it wrong, but you should have thought of, when he says he's unarmed, he said he should have thought about that before he decorated his bar with my friend. That is a great line. Great line. Love that film.
Yeah. Oh man, it's fantastic. So yeah, I gotta pick that one. And not Nazis or Romans. So, I've never shown this film in class. So.
There you go.
See a hard snap.
Right? Yeah, it doesn't make sense. It's the American West, you guys.
They're all period films so far.
Yeah.
All right.
I do have certainly a bent towards those as well. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, what the hell? You got World War II, you got the Roman Empire, and then the Wild Wild West.
I mean, there's a reason I'm a history teacher.
Yeah, I feel like Deer Hunter or Last Emperor is on your list very soon.
Wait till you see my next pick.
Don't do spoiler alerts. All
Hey,
right.
I got a legit question. Am I really recording, or are you just giving me something? Because it just,
If he's not, brilliant.
it just occurs to me. Are you messing with me? Am I really doing this?
You're really recording.
Okay, I didn't know if you're like, we'll just give somebody something to do to occupy
And
them.
you don't have to record the whole time. You can stop and record a little bit at a time.
I don't
Really shoot it from whatever angle
Because you're
you want.
just holding it in the one spot.
I was this way. Now I'm
All right.
This is your chance to Spielberg it up.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think I'm prepared for that. I haven't even messed with the whole. Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
All right. So, my turn. I gotta be honest with you. I don't know if you guys are all just avoiding The Godfather to help me out or what. I mean, I think it's a great film. I just don't know if I want to do that yet.
I feel like you've got Godfather 2, so I'm like, I'm not gonna pick
Yeah.
Godfather 1.
I want to
you
hear
know,
Godfather 2.
Yeah,
Also,
Godfather
this
2
is
is the best
You
one.
get to go back to back here, so you don't.
Right.
So if this helps, I'm not gonna pick it anytime soon.
Well,
I don't know about Kashner, because remember, his strategy is to screw you over at some point. For fun.
I do. If nothing else, I feel like I need to pick it now because I don't think we're running out of films we've seen, but I do think that it's getting obviously smaller. So I'm going to go with The Godfather and one of my all-time favorite movies, A Man for All Seasons.
Oh,
Really?
nice.
Oh my gosh.
I have never
Such a
seen
good-
that.
I mean, it is a good movie. I just didn't realize that'd be like top tier for you.
Yeah, I love the dialogue. I love the conversations
really
they
good.
have in there. I just think it's a fantastic film. And there's so much the moral, ethical, philosophical
Yeah.
questions debates that they have. I like that film a lot. Yeah,
Awesome.
that was actually going to be my number one pick, my first round. Yeah,
Oh, but you don't.
but then you brought up a valid point that I hadn't thought of about value. No one probably is picking
hadn't
that
seen
top.
it, so it wasn't even on my radar.
yeah.
Yeah. But hey, great. You love what you love. Speaking of, for my next pick, I'm gonna go with Titanic.
Oh,
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm going with Titanic.
Another
The number one box office movie of all time on this list.
On this list, yeah.
On this list. So hey, and it's James Cameron.
Right for me, brother.
I'm just.
It's historical. It checks all of my boxes.
I've never really.
And
liked that
oh my
movie.
god, when that Celine Dion song hits, I
Yes.
cried like a baby in the theater for the first time. So, it also hits my emotional connection list too.
Did you have the double VHS?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, I've owned it on every format that it's ever been released on.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
I'm so mad.
Unless it was on Laserdisc, in which case that's the only one I may have missed.
Yeah. My hot take is I don't really like that movie too.
Really?
Yeah, I guess
Okay.
that's my JoJo Rabbit. I've just never been into.
Hey, I understand.
Like all the acting's fun.
It's also hella long, so
It's
I
so
get it. But
It's Pearl
I don't know.
Harbor long. Like.
Yeah.
How long
yeah,
is
I
Return of the
understand.
King?
Oh, it's so much.
Well,
Either way, it's longer.
It's so long.
Like the theatrical cut was what, like 3 hours, 12
Yeah.
minutes, something like
Yeah.
that. Like it was the longest of them theatrically, and then it was like in the special editions they released. It's over
Like
as
4
well,
hours,
4
12
hours.
minutes or something.
Yeah. So I mean, but if you're into it, you're into it, right? Like, so there's that. I always as a kid growing up in the '80s, mostly. That's when they discovered the Titanic, and I had all these books about the Titanic itself and A Night to Remember and all the stuff that was about the Titanic, just because I thought it was really interesting. And then they found it, and I was like, oh, I'm getting into that too. So I had all the National Geographics. So I'm a nerd, is what I'm saying. And that's why I made this pick. So I stand by it.
And you hate current era films. Another period piece.
I
Well, yeah,
apologize
sure. That's fair. That's fair.
for getting off topic here for 1 second, but have you seen the new video footage they have of the Titanic?
Yes, the 3D thing
From
that they
the
just did.
deep
oh
water.
my god,
It's
amazing.
it looks like a haunted house.
It really does.
Just sitting on the ocean floor now.
2.5 miles down, and still the shoes that are right next to
Yeah.
each other, and
It's pretty wild.
just all that. It got me as a kid, man. I mean, that's like a real life ghost story, right?
Yeah, no. I like the movie. I was going to pick it because I want women to come to my festival. but
Exactly. Also, that.
You
Well,
snipped it from
I
that.
got Casablanca. So I'm getting most
I
of
got Casablanca.
I've got No
so
Country for
funny.
Old Men, Silence of the Lambs, Forrest Gump. I'm not attracting any women.
No, you're attracting
Come on.
Ooh, if Taxi Driver would have won. Oh. All right.
Always pick
So,
up
my next pick, I'm going with 1975, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
There's
good
another
too.
villain.
yeah, man.
She's
good.
fantastic. As a
So
villain.
good.
What's her name?
Ratchet.
Nurse Ratchet.
Yes.
Louise Fletcher. I think she just passed away
She did,
recently.
She
Yeah,
did,
definitely.
definitely.
Yeah.
But yeah, you talk about Joaquin Phoenix and Gladiator, her in that movie. Oh,
Steals the show.
hate
Yeah.
Danny DeVito, the
So
scene with
good
Chief
about
when they're playing basketball.
the best one.
Yeah.
So good.
Seriously.
I think Ratchet's worst of all of them because, like, Hannibal Lecter isn't real. Javier Bardem isn't real. She,
Well, they're insane. You can make the case.
yeah,
She is just cruel.
right. Like that sort of cruelty
for the
really
sake of being-
exists.
Yeah, and it happens.
Right? Like,
Right.
Yeah.
So to me, she's worse because, like, you can like, see.
That's a real villain.
Right.
She's a real villain, right?
Yeah.
I mean, like, that's what happens if somebody's given power and they decide to abuse power, right?
Yes.
And in a situation like that, that's absolutely what she did. So, yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. I think that's a great pick.
I get 2 picks. Oh, whew, thank God. Because I was worried I was about to lose my second one, too. Okay, I'm going with 2006 as The Departed as my next one. Man, that movie's so good. I think the first time I watched it was actually on accident. I think I wanted to watch. I can't remember what movie. I think it was like a Jason Bourne movie that I wanted to watch, and accidentally clicked on that one.
Those all start with the board.
right.
and then a big vocabulary word.
But it was because it was like on Amazon or whatever, and it had like all the Matt Damon movies in a row.
So you thought it
I
was like
accidentally
The
clicked
Bourne
on-
Departed.
Yeah, I must have hit like to the right once and picked
Sure,
it.
yeah.
But holy cow, the movie blew my mind.
Mhm.
Like the amount of twists and the ending is so good, dude.
The
so
cast
good.
is fantastic.
Oh yeah, dude. I mean, Jack, Mark, Matt. Just,
Were you
I love
surprised?
how you
DiCaprio
got the first
got-
name basis.
I'm honestly surprised DiCaprio didn't win for that movie. I mean, they're all really good, but and then second, oh god,
Was that one the beginning of the Scorsese DiCaprio relationship? Was that the first
No.
one?
No.
Gangs
What
of
had
New
they done
York.
before?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
But I don't
Gangs
know
of
if
New
that
York.
was the first one either. I just know Gangs of New York was before
That was the first one.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because then Aviator was 04.
What about Shutter Island? Is Scorsese part
Yeah.
of Shutter Island too?
Yeah.
I think he did the not cinematography, but like he produced it.
Part of it?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna go 1976 Rocky. Ooh.
I've never seen that. What's is it?
You've never seen a movie with a character called the Italian Stallion.
Is it like Magic Mike? I mean, okay. I mean, with a name like Italian Stallion, I'm assuming this is a Magic Mike-esque
He's
type
about
film.
moose and squirrel.
All you have to know about that movie is it's so good. Philly built a statue of Rocky before Joe Frazier.
Yeah, yeah. Is there a statue? Is there ever been a statue of a movie character other than?
Other than him, I don't think so.
RoboCop in Detroit.
Is there really?
That's real?
There's an actual real RoboCop statue in Detroit.
Oh my God! Well,
Yeah.
it's Detroit. What the hell?
I mean, they decided to pay,
That's-
to like donate the land for it, and then like whoever paid for it. But yeah,
I think it's one of the best like
RoboCop.
feel-good sports movies, like satisfying ending ever. Like that final shot of them getting that lock-in is just so iconic. Everyone's so good in that movie. It's a shame how it ended up with a little robot by like movie 4, but
Oh, that was the third one. That was the third one.
Yes,
with
the
Mr.
Butler
T
robot.
and
Yeah.
Hulk Hogan. Yeah, oh yeah.
He was
yeah.
living the high life,
Oh,
man. He
man.
didn't have the eye of the tiger anymore.
but seeing him in Creed now just reminds me of how good he was in that first Rocky movie. Have you
Yeah.
seen the Creed movies?
Oh yeah,
They're
yeah.
so good.
They're so good.
I'm surprised
I haven't
not
seen the
one of
third
them.
one yet, though.
It's good.
Is it good?
I'm surprised none of them have won Best Picture. Like it's at least the second one, because Creed 2 to me is like an amazing film. Have you
They're
seen
both
them?
really
Yeah, I think because there are so many boxing movies anymore that it's just, I don't think it's a genre that would ever get serious consideration.
And I feel like the Academy downplays franchises.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, but there's a lot of boxing movies on this list, right? I mean, $1 Million Baby's in there.
Well,
too.
Raging Bull's not,
Raging
though.
Bull.
Yeah.
No, Raging Bull's not on there. Lost, right?
No.
Oh, is it? I don't
I don't
remember.
think Raging Bull's
Oh, yeah, it did lose.
That's right.
It lost to
Ordinary People.
Ordinary People in
Yeah.
the
Which is a good movie.
I'm surprised that Salemi hasn't made that argument for a movie that should have won yet.
Raging Bull?
But just anything.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm a big fan of Cooley High, and One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest won that year, and I am disappointed by this.
All right. Next pick.
Hey, did you write your? You gotta write your.
It's like George W. Bush is picking here. All right, now watch this pick.
I'm going to go with 01, A Beautiful Mind.
That's a good
Oh,
movie.
nice. Yeah.
That is Russell Crowe's best movie.
Oh, man.
Excuse me.
Oh,
I'm so
wow.
sorry for the audio quality there.
This is a good flick.
Oh, it's great. It is great. I'll give you that.
Did you? What storyline were you buying into when it's first revealed that he's seen his imaginary friends? Like, did you think he was really a spy?
His imaginary friends.
like,
The girl.
yeah, because when it first was released, so
Put the Salemi cam on you, man.
I wasn't sure if he was really working for the government. He was a spy, and people were messing with him to try to get him to. Like, I didn't realize it was a true story and that he really.
Well, I knew that going into it.
Yeah, see,
so
I
it didn't. Yeah,
I knew
kinda
nothing
how it
about
was
the
going.
movie other than the trailer, and the trailer doesn't tell you this. So when it turns out that, and you've got to be shocked. Spoiler alert! Paul Bettany, that's his.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't remember the fact that I remember the real actor's name.
I'm
Wow,
impressed.
Wow.
I'm impressed.
I was thrown. Like, I was like, wait a minute, you're telling me he's not real? This is all just a figment of his imagination? So, but I guess if you knew going in, I don't know, that kind of ruined some of the fun, I think, too. No offense.
Not enough movies about math.
Yeah. Well, there's
Yeah.
I feel like math is like a really underserved
Stand and Deliver,
right? Yeah.
But it's not on the list.
Will Hunting.
Good
Will
Will
Hunting.
Hunting.
Yeah.
I love Good
A
Will.
movie about math, I think, is what the tagline was.
No, it was Math Damon.
Tell accidentally watch that after you watch the pun.
I think it's an oxymoron to say horrible pun. Every pun is horrible. No, they are. We've had this argument whether or not puns are actual comedy jokes, and they're not.
People don't like puns that they didn't come up with. But if you come up with a pun, you love it. I've noticed that's the thing.
Interesting theory.
Like I've had uncles that hate puns, and I'll come up with a pun, they're like, oh. But then they'll come up with them, they're like, I'm like, what are you doing? So yeah, if you come up with it, you're a fan.
In my
Years of life, I've never said a pun in my life. Said a pun in my life.
Never.
Never.
He doesn't want the cheap
And that
laughs.
I will. The worst thing that my wife could do to me when I die is to put a pun on my headstone and end my streak. No puns, Marie. All right. Make sure she sees that.
I can't wait to catch you in a pun.
Go ahead.
It'll be
It
a
won't
crowning
happen.
moment.
I've never said one.
Nice.
All right. Schindler's List, Gladiator, Unforgiven, Titanic. So what? 1940 is the most recent on your list.
It's my turn again?
far as-
It's my turn? Oh, wait till you guys see where we're going next. So, back to the Nazis. I would like to draft 1966's The Sound of Music.
So, that was going to be my next one.
Cash has never seen it.
That's a lie.
He told me he's never seen it. I told him he should watch it. He'd like it.
How is that possible?
I know.
Everyone's seen that movie.
I've never seen it. It's one of those movies that if it's not on when you're a kid, then Like, I'm not going to
Okay,
seek
I
it
mean,
out
that's
later.
obviously how I saw it.
We
Sure,
watched it
sure.
in elementary school.
I never saw it in school or at a babysitter at home. Like, so,
Wow.
and then I'm not going to in college be like, oh, I want to watch The Sound of Music.
What? It's really good.
It is. It's
You
really
worry
good.
that might hurt your image?
Yeah.
Telling your buddies you're going to watch Sound of Music?
It's even better now.
Hurt my rep, man.
When did it, because it wasn't this way when I was a kid. It's on TV every year now at Christmas time. When did when did it become connected?
80s thing.
You think?
I think so.
No, because, I mean, the 80s, it wasn't, I mean, in high school I wasn't seeking out that film. I'd already watched it, but I don't know when it happened, because it's got nothing to do with Christmas.
Nothing at all. Yeah, that is a strange
Connection.
turn.
Yeah.
I don't know how that.
Well, like we've talked before, Lord of the Rings is on all the time. at
That is
Christmas time.
100% true. Yeah, and like the James Bond marathons that they have at
Yeah.
was it Thanksgiving time that they
Yeah.
usually do that? Like, hey,
Well, they know you're bonding
everybody's
with,
here.
you're bonding with your dad and your uncles. Like,
Right.
that's what everybody can
Let's
watch.
put these 26 movies on. Just go to town.
All right, Salemi, you're up.
Uh,
Godfather 2, Godfather 1, The Sting, A Man for All Seasons. Where are we going next?
Sound of Music is gone, man.
Sorry.
That's all right. I do like that movie a lot, and it was one I was going to pick at some point.
Yeah.
Soon.
Same.
I apologize for the pause for all you out there watching.
You can stop recording on the
That-
Salemi Cam.
Oh, yeah, I
That
could.
file's going to be huge.
Okay.
There you go.
My arm needs a break.
It can become the Arvin Cam for a while.
All right.
All right, I'm going to take The Bridge over the River Kwai.
Yeah.
I actually haven't seen that movie.
Oh,
Alec Guinness.
It's good.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fun.
you would really like it, and it's an epic. Like it
Yeah.
is a long film. And the other one, I think, I gotta.
Is it at all similar to Empire of the Sun? That Spielberg movie?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't.
I haven't seen it, so I have no idea.
Yeah, no.
That was
It's,
one I was going to watch before today because it sounded interesting, but
it's got complicated characters as far as allegiances and loyalties and serving your country and the code that you live by from the Japanese side and from the British side, and then what you're obligated to do. It's pretty wild. Like some of it is hard to envision helping the enemy build that bridge the way that the Brits did. But yeah, I like it a lot.
I just realized Seven Samurai isn't on this list. That's
Ah, right. That would have definitely been a pick for me.
Yeah. I think you could easily, and you've talked about this before, have a podcast about all the movies that should have won
Oh, yeah.
that aren't. on
That'll
the
be our
list.
second episode.
Oh.
All right.
All right, my other one is going to be In the Heat of the Night.
I was gonna take
That's a good one too.
Yeah. Big fan
Yeah.
of Sidney Poitier.
Was that a show?
Yes,
It was.
with Archie Bunker.
Oh, nice. Good.
Okay.
I think that reaction tells you basically everything.
I
we need
mean,
to know.
there's
Like,
episodes of it that you like, but I mean, the idea that there's this much crime in this small little hillbilly town, I mean, yeah, it wears thin.
So you didn't like Justified?
Carol O'Connor, that's his name.
You'll never leave Harlan alive, man. Come on.
I don't think you could put the two in the same category.
For 6 seasons or whatever.
But no, Carol O'Connor, like he's
You're
in
on a
the-
roll today.
I know. It's the coffee, man.
Yep.
My memory's sharp. But he's in the movie, and he's in the television series, which is a little odd, unique, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's very good. Actually, I take that back. I apologize for posterity. Carol O'Connor's not in the movie. It's a guy who looks a lot like him, but it's not the same guy.
Rod Steiger?
Thank you. That's the guy in the movie.
Yeah.
I appreciate
Nice.
that. Well, there goes my streak.
What are you gonna do?
2 actors named in one day. One was correct and one was incorrect. So I'm done.
That's a pretty solid batting
Yeah.
average, though. I mean, you know, as these go.
For me, when I'm normally batting 0. Yeah.
All right.
Excuse me. All right. So for me, I'm going to stick with the musicals. I can't believe you guys aren't trying to get some musical love in here. So I'm going to go with 1962's West Side Story.
That was going to be near the end of mine.
Man, that's a good movie.
It is.
And the Spielberg was fantastic too.
Yeah, the new one was really good.
Yeah, I mean,
I didn't think I was gonna like the shot-for-shot remake, but it's good.
Very
yeah.
good.
Oh my gosh, it's
And the
it's
acting,
fantastic.
the acting crew they found for the new one is, I mean, they're all top notch.
Yeah, absolutely. So
That OG dude.
I'm going with that. Oh yeah, it's fantastic.
All right, that's not considered a period piece.
Is it not?
I don't think so.
Why not?
I feel like
Why-
it's
I mean,
like I mean,
40s New York, why not?
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, I mean that's its contemporary. I mean, it came out in '62,
Yeah.
and those are like '50s greasers, right? The gangs in New York.
Right.
Not gangs
But-
of New York, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. Well, and you get your Officer Krumke. I mean, you know, all that fun stuff.
Yeah.
The
All right.
stereotypical
I'd say
Irish cop.
It's a period piece in that, I mean, gangs used to settle their differences like that on the streets dancing, and now
It's a
getting
different
shit.
world. It's
Right.
a different world.
Right, so,
Eventually evolved to roller skates.
right. Most of the gang fighting I learned is
Right.
from,
The Warriors.
no, I was going to say Beat It, the video by Michael Jackson.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, sure.
Oh, The
Yeah,
Outsiders.
absolutely
And
right.
The Outsiders.
Yeah.
By the way,
Oh, yeah, The
if you
Outsiders.
ever want to have fun and realize how sort of bad filmmaking is from time to time, go back and watch the fight scene from The Outsiders and just look at all the incongruencies of what is going on. Like there's one scene where the guy's the main dude who fights Patrick Swayze, where he says, "I'll take you," and all right, there's one scene because he's wearing white jeans too to the Rumble, which come on, man, he's all muddy. And then, like 10 seconds later, he's fighting again, and he's cleaned up. How do you miss that as a filmmaker? How did you splice this together? Where I don't know.
It's still better than Terms of Endearment.
It is still
Yeah.
better than
Oh,
Terms
it
of
definitely
Endearment.
is.
And definitely, we've talked about this before. A movie whose cast is just
Oh, yeah.
laden with stars, but they haven't become stars yet. And that is one of the preeminent movies where you look at like, oh my God, he's in it, he's in it, he's in it. I'd name who those he's are, but you know, Rob Lowe, Patrick Swayze,
yeah, Tom Cruise,
Tom Cruise,
Yeah.
Thomas Howell.
See, Ralph Macchio is one of the biggest names in that movie.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
That was his pinnacle. That and Karate Kid, like that's the same year or two apart.
Yeah.
He was riding high.
Machio.
Yeah.
All right. No Country for Old Men, Silence of the Lambs, Cuckoo's Nest. All right, I'll get away from the creepy stuff. All right.
Sure, American Beauty's still on there.
And that's my next pick, American Beauty.
Dang it, I was gonna.
See, and that's why you don't make jokes about it.
To be fair, I was going to pick it.
Okay. Regardless.
Yeah, I was going to pick that.
So you're going with Kevin Spacey. That's great. It's good.
I've been feeling a lot of judgment from this. Right here.
That's just my humor. I'm sorry.
No, it's all right.
Yeah.
Another, to be fair, a really great soundtrack as well. I love soundtracks.
Yeah, it is good.
And was it Thomas? I can't remember his name right now.
How?
Yeah, Thomas.
That's exactly who he was thinking about.
He's had a very big career.
Anyway, the composer for that movie, he's done a lot of good films. He's really good. He does all of the Sam Mendes movies.
Were you really gonna pick?
Yeah.
And do you like American Beauty? Yeah, I don't either.
It was not in my top 40.
I think it's such a shame that he turned out to be a real life villain because he was such an incredible actor. Like, and he's such a freaking creep in that movie. It's
Yeah.
so. But now that it's like it's real, it's like was he? Acting,
He's
or was it just
ruined
being him?
so many movies because of how he actually is.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I love Baby Driver. I haven't watched it since then. Like, it's
That's
a
a good
great
soundtrack,
movie.
by the
Oh
way.
yeah, that is. Edgar Wright has the soundtrack game on for sure.
The thing is I love that movie, and not because of him.
Oh sure, yeah.
Like,
Oh yeah,
the
everyone else is in
characters
there.
are just
The
amazing.
dad, the dude who plays the girl's dad, is also good in that movie. What's that dude's name?
That's Kevin Spacey.
Shut up.
The girl's dad.
Yeah, no,
The one who
The
kills
guy.
Kevin Spacey.
That's Chris Cooper. He's the
Cooper, yeah.
he's the
But
dad,
he's
of,
the dad
of the boy.
Oh, the boy.
Wes
That's
Bentley.
right. I didn't mean the girl. Yeah.
But Wes Bentley's character, Chris Cooper, Allison Janney is the mom who's like living in her own
so
head
good.
because she's so miserable in her life. And Annette Bening is so annoying in that role. She's
Yeah.
such a good actress because you hate how annoying she is.
See, I think she's more of a villain than Kevin Spacey is in the film.
Really?
Don't get me wrong.
You hear that?
I got it too. Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely.
Don't
No,
get
we
me
got that.
wrong. I don't like the. I don't like the movie. I don't know, because part of me is it's hard for me to. It's supposed to be a realistic film, but I don't find it realistic. Part of me because I don't understand how you could ever, like, be hitting on your daughter's friend and wanting to sleep with her. Like, that's really weird.
Yeah.
And I get there's creeps out there, so it is realistic, but I can't. I don't know. I
Just
have a
too
hard time.
uncomfortable, or
Right.
Yeah.
But I do think the wife's having an affair. The wife is constantly on him, belittling him. Like, I think she's just as bad of a person as he is. So,
Yeah.
and I do.
That's true, too.
The only part of that movie I like, is how Kevin Spacey's like, screw it, and just I'm gonna get my severance. I'm gonna go work at McDonald's. It was McDonald's, right?
Yeah.
And he's like, I like that part where he's like, I'm just going back to pretending I'm 17. Aside from trying to get with 17-year-old girls.
I really enjoyed the plastic bag.
Yeah.
It's artistic.
Oh, yeah.
A little metaphor.
Watches it gently float through the air.
The actor who played the boyfriend, did he
Wes
become
Bentley?
anything? Who is he?
Wes Bentley.
What else has he done?
Then it shows.
I can't envision. Envision him right now in my head.
He did a show. I think he was like a CW actor, but he was the Hunger Games movies. The
Yeah.
first one with the crazy beard. The game.
Wow. Oh, that is him.
That's
Wow.
Wes Bentley.
Yeah.
Oh, the guy who does the hosting for the Hunger Games.
No, that's
Oh.
Stanley Tucci.
Yeah.
That's Stanley
No,
Tucci.
not Stanley. The guy behind Stanley Tucci who's doing the production, I guess. He ends up hanging himself, right?
Or killing himself.
Killing
with the
himself.
guns.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
Wes
that's
Bentley.
him. All right.
And he was the villain in the parking garage movie, where like P2, a woman's trapped in a parking garage, and he's the stalker killer.
There's a movie where someone's stuck
Just
in
gonna
a parking
get
garage.
these reactions to that.
Is that
Yep.
movie? Is that movie? Stuck in a parking garage.
I really
How
hope
do
I
you
got
not know
Salemi's
how to
face
get
as you were
out?
telling that story.
Just follow the trail down.
There's arrows!
Right.
Sounds like a lot of text maybe that hasn't seen the movie.
Yeah, oh, that's definitely true. 100%.
If you tell me she was in a wheelchair and she's paralyzed and fell out of the wheelchair and thus stuck in a parking garage, okay.
All right,
But
stop,
if you have
stop
two
writing the
walkie
sequel.
legs,
Stop writing the sequel.
I did not. It's called P2.
I think it's called P2, yeah.
Yeah,
I
it
will
is.
have to search this out. Okay.
I'm surprised you haven't seen the trailer for it.
Well, I gotta be honest with you, I'm a little surprised by this too.
Well, get ready to add another to the list of should have won the Oscar.
All right.
It's pretty solid. All right, let's tell you got two.
Okay. So I got Casablanca, Everything, Lord of the Rings, Departed, Rocky. I'm gonna go ahead and add 1978's The Deer Hunter to my list.
I feel like the last three you've snaked from Salemi big time.
You know what? I do like The Deer Hunter quite a bit, and at the same time, it's not a movie that you can really rewatch all that. I mean,
It's a hard movie to watch.
right.
Yeah.
But I think that's why it's so good.
But
Like,
that opening scene,
it's one of the best opening scenes ever. Like,
in all seriousness, does anyone know how long it lasts? Like that whole
it feels like
wedding-
forever.
Right.
It's probably, I think, when I looked it up on YouTube the other day, it's only like 4 or 5 minutes.
No.
I'm pretty sure.
Preparing for the wedding, because it starts with them getting together before the wedding, then going to the wedding, then they're at the wedding. Like the whole, like
Maybe it is like 15, 20 minutes.
because they hang.
It feels like
yeah, I don't
forever long. But
Yeah, because the first time I watched it, I thought, oh my God, we're still at like the same day, same event, so to speak.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about just the wedding, but because they hang out at the bar, then they,
Okay.
you know what I'm
If you're
saying?
talking
Like
about-
it's all,
would be really long.
yeah. That's how I viewed it as the opening scene is because it's all preparation
until
to the
that.
wedding and then the wedding itself. Either way,
But yeah, I love that movie. It's so good. And then, see, this is the one I'm torn right now between a couple picks for number 7 for me.
English patient.
no,
Don't you do it!
I'm actually gonna go with one of my personal favorites on here, and that's 1969's Midnight Cowboy.
Wow.
I love that movie. I think Rizzo is one of my all-time favorite side characters. And he is so good. He steals the show in every scene he's in. Rizzo is incredible. Has one of the best theme songs of any movie.
Yeah.
It's so good. A classic line. I'm walking in,
They have a couple classic signs.
Well, yeah, because the dude drove through the set, right?
And you slam the car.
Yeah.
I'm walking. Yeah, that's awesome.
I did not know that was improvised.
Yeah. Are you being for real? Or are you just being sarcastic?
No, I'm being serious. I did not know it was.
Okay. Yeah, it's completely.
Yeah. I'm always serious about films. Thank you.
So, yeah, those would be mine too.
Yeah, it's sort of a depressing film though. Too.
It's very sad. Yeah. And just their everything they go through,
right?
Is crazy. It kind of reminds me of have you ever seen Trainspotting?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's got a similar crazy vibe, where the whole movie is just this downward spiral kind of for these guys.
It's young Ewan McGregor, right?
Yeah.
Super young Ewan McGregor. And they just 25, 30 years later they made Trainspotting 2.
Yeah.
I watched part of that. It is kind of
That's another really hard movie to watch.
Trainspotting?
Yeah.
Yes.
Especially with the baby dude.
It's weird when you watch it thinking it's going to be Transporter.
That is a hard gear to shift.
That's amazing. All right. That's it for me. Coming down on the wire here.
This is kind of nice because still plenty that I really like.
Yeah.
A lot of my favorites would be taken.
There's a big one on here. I'm surprised it hasn't gone yet. I'm interested to see if Arvin takes it.
All right. I'm going to go with 2002's Chicago.
Nice. That was on my
I
list.
had that at number 10.
Oh, wow.
John C. Reilly, Catherine Zeta-Jones, Queen Latifah, Richard Gere. Great soundtrack, good movie.
Incredible soundtrack.
And then I gotta switch up what I got going on.
You gotta get some ladies in the seats, you know.
This is more for this is for me. This is my festival. Anyway,
John C. Reilly, a very underappreciated actor, I believe.
when he does serious stuff, he's so good.
Yeah.
The movie where he's the gambler with Philip Baker Hall.
Yes.
Yeah, I can't think of the name.
Part 8.
Heartache.
Yeah.
Look at you, man.
Yeah.
See, when I don't have to worry about my students, my mind is free. I can recall these things. Part 8. Yeah.
Nice. All right. For my next pick, then, I feel like I need a real good car chase movie.
No, please don't. Please don't.
So I'm gonna go ahead and pick 1972's The French Connection. I did it.
I'm surprised that it lasted as long as it did.
I was torn between.
Seriously, I couldn't believe that it was still there, and I was like, okay, I need to get a musical first. But then,
I should have gone that.
I was torn between Midnight Cowboy and that one.
I thought it was going to be there for another.
if you had done that, I probably would have gone with Chicago. So
That's fair.
I was like, all right, I'm gonna just lean into the musicals at this point. But yeah,
Dang.
The French Connection, Gene Hackman, just fantastic, just a great movie. So yeah. That's my next pick there.
That's a good one, man.
Yeah, I really, really like that one. I mean, I don't even remember. I think I saw it the first time when I was like 8, maybe. Right?
It's such a good movie to see when you're a kid.
That's a heavy movie to watch.
Young.
8.
Yeah. I mean, and I was like, cars are cool. That's what I took away from it. But then, it's also another one that I've kind of revisited over the years, and as an adult now, I'm like, oh wow, there's a lot of things I did not pick up on.
It's heavy
at all.
Yeah.
Did not process any of that stuff. So yeah,
How do you feel
good.
it ended?
I mean, I'm kind of torn on it actually.
Is that one where you kind of don't want to know?
Yeah, I feel like I'm fine with the way that it is because it kind of leaves it open.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm torn on it.
I think
I'm
it's
torn
a little.
on it. Yeah, I read a lot of Stephen King though, so it was like, all right, well, it's not that.
True.
not
It's
that.
not some mysterious
It's not.
force in the town.
Right. So, yeah, I respect it for sure. For sure.
I like movies where they tell you. I don't want to be left open for it.
Yeah.
Did you love Clue, where they gave you options?
I'm not exactly sure we're gonna put that on the same level, but I did enjoy that Clue.
That's really fun.
That movie
That
was
just-
better than
it
what
was
did win
fun.
in
I mean,
'85.
Right. That just came up in conversation the hallway this week, right? We were
joking about Clue and how
Yeah,
they have.
I'm going to the
different
IRT to see it tonight.
Maybe that's
it's-
why we were
it's
talking
on
about
down
it.
there. Yeah, so
Yeah, no, I do like that. I was very excited the first time I watched Clue, or this could have happened. I'm like, oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
Or this. I'm like, oh, that's really funny.
Wait a second.
Oh, all right. I'm like, all right.
you mean I get to pick? Okay. Yeah.
I was very disappointed when it was like, come on, man. There's got to be one more we could do. All right, I do want to put this on for the record. I've never seen The English Patient. And the reason I've never seen The English Patient is because there is a Seinfeld episode where Elaine Bennis hates The English Patient and talks so poorly about it. I'm like, I'm not going to watch it. To the point that we rented it, my family, over a break of some sort on VHS, and I did not watch it with the rest of them. I'm like, I don't want to watch this. It's boring. How do you know?
Seinfeld told me.
Elaine Bennis told us it's not good. Like, that should be sufficient.
What'd your family think?
I don't know. We didn't talk about it. In all seriousness, I went down the basement and watched whatever I watched, and they were all upstairs watching it on the VCR, and I just...
You're very spiteful.
I believed Elaine. She walked out of the film multiple times. She
I
was
hope
so
you-
adamantly against it.
I really hope you live your life based on the principles of other sitcom characters.
There are rules.
It has not.
Now, Urkel would never eat meat, so I'm a vegetarian. Like, all right.
That's I'm not sure Elaine Bennis or Urkel are on the same level, but okay. I'm going with one of my favorites as well. I got a bunch on here. Lawrence of Arabia.
Yeah.
I love Lawrence of Arabia.
I knew that one was coming soon.
And that is a movie
You and I were
that
just
is
talking about
made
that
for the
movie.
big screen. Yeah,
Yeah.
you've got to see it on the big screen.
The cinematography is just crazy. Did you watch The Red Shoes, by the way?
No, you just told me about it like a day ago.
Yeah.
But I'll get to it.
Have you seen The Red Shoes, either of you?
I haven't. No.
Oh.
We talked about it yesterday morning. I plan to look for it this weekend.
How did you stumble across this? I've never
watched it-
heard of this film at all.
I ended up having to watch it for, because at one point at college I was getting really into film, so I just like took a film class.
Right.
And that happened to be one of them. And I had also never heard of it. And it's also now in like my top 20 movies of all time. Like,
Wow.
it's amazing. And I had never heard about it.
Right.
But it's the same, I'm pretty sure it's the same cinematographer that went on to work on Lawrence of Arabia.
That's how I've always felt about True Romance. Like, it's a
Oh,
great film.
yeah.
It
And
never
I think
got
it's
any.
just because,
Yeah.
it's only because he produced it and he didn't direct it is why that one has such a,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
All right, what's your next pick?
Well,
That's two, right? Or wait, no, you just picked
Yeah.
one.
He mentioned The English Patient. He's never seen it.
will not be seeing it anytime soon. See, I'm kind of. You guys are creating this festival, and I'm just picking movies I really like. I don't know if I'm winning or losing this thing.
Yeah, well, my Lord of the Rings picks a bit of a
I don't know if there's a
step.
winning and losing as long as you get, movies that you like.
I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure Elaine loved the movie Chunnel that they stood in line for. So if you want to pick that.
She was a huge fan of the Broadway melody.
I'm gonna go with, and it's always surprising when people
Oh
hear I
my
like this. Surprising when people
Oh
hear I
my
like this
God,
movie.
I can't believe
I
you're
can't-
doing
Are you
this.
serious?
Driving Miss Daisy.
Oh!
I really,
It's
really
a
like Driving Miss
feel-good
Daisy.
movie.
I
I can't believe it won Best Picture that year.
Well,
Morgan Freeman, Jessica Tandy, just chatting away. I can live with that. It's a great movie. Take a little nap to it.
it's just soothing.
Right, it is.
It's just
you can turn
soothing.
it on, watch
Yeah.
it.
You know what I want on my movie festival?
Going back.
That's gonna push you to sleep.
Hey, you need a movie at 1 o'clock in the morning that's just going to be
I
lulling you to
really,
sleep.
really like Morgan Freeman in that film.
Yeah.
And Jessica Tandy. And Dan Aykroyd is fun.
Yeah.
He is good in
Yeah.
that movie.
I
Mama. Just all that. That's great. Okay, so with my next pick, I'm going to go with the epic from 1960, Ben-Hur.
Oh, yeah.
Good one.
Yeah,
Very
that
good.
trade scene, man.
Man, your festival's gonna be a week long.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I told you guys at the beginning, it's
Yeah.
gonna be like
getting
it's
two movies
epics,
in a
right?
day.
Like, I literally was like, what are the ones that are the longest that are also like movies I would really want to
Yeah,
watch?
your two
on a
shortest
theater?
are Unforgiven and French Connection. Those are
the shortest ones.
That's right.
long
Those are
movies,
both
too.
2-hour films.
They're not short. I
Right.
mean, yeah, I've got a type.
I like that our picks speak to the quality of the most recent winners that we've had for Best Picture.
My
Staying away.
was the most recent pick.
Yeah.
No, that's fair. That's fair. All right, we're going quick. My next pick, I'm going to go with 1988's Rain Man.
I was gonna pick that one next.
That's a good choice.
Another Dustin Hoffman film.
Yeah.
My uncle worked at the restaurant that they filmed that opening
really?
scene in.
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah.
No kidding.
He got a slap on the back from Dustin Hoffman.
As in, get the hell out of my way. I'm
But like,
walking here.
no, like it was improvised. No, like he had helped them with something. He's like, "Thank you," and then like kind of gave him a little pat on the back. Kind of cool.
Yeah, that is.
Okay, we're down to the
Speed
wire.
round. Speed round.
Okay, I'm going to pick. Is this my 8th or 9th? It's 8.
I just.
All right, I'm gonna pick number 8. Dances with Wolves.
Oh, okay.
I really,
Yeah.
really, really enjoy that movie.
That is a good film. I love when the Indians get him at the end.
Yeah.
Is that the one with
Native
the
Americans. I apologize.
Oh,
Native
man.
American.
Indigenous people.
The indigenous people. Get 'em.
And I'm also going to choose. I know you were just kind of slamming the more recent movies, but I'm also going to pick Moonlight as my number 9.
Yeah, that's a good one. Another tough rewatch.
Yes, but it
It's
is.
a heartbreaking movie.
I think it's one of the most beautifully shot films ever.
Yeah.
Like, and the coming of age story for him, like, I cry multiple times in that movie. Especially, and actually more so when he's a kid than when he's older, but it's all very tragic. But it's so good, man. Yeah, there are very few shots from other movies that could compare.
All right, so we got 2 more picks. My number 9, I'm torn, but we're going lightning round. I'm going to go with 86's Platoon. I want to go to war movie.
I thought about Platoon.
That was gonna be it. Dang it.
Such a good movie.
That is a good one.
And Johnny Depp, one of his early roles.
Yeah. Forrest Whitaker's in it.
Yeah.
Love Forrest.
He's very good in that movie.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Well, I think I gotta go with my board here, and I've let one go like that I had ranked higher because I was like, I'm not feeling a lot of love for modern movies, but I'm gonna go with 2020's Parasite.
The Academy will be very happy to hear that.
That's right.
That movie.
Diversity,
is so
but it's yeah, and it kind of came out of nowhere. Like I had no idea what it was at all, and then I saw that it was on the nominations, and we went and watched it. And it's amazing. So hey, I'm in.
Last 2.
Down the wire.
Last two. Last two.
My Fair Lady and
Um,
what's the other one going to be?
Actually, I am
Tom
going to
Jones.
pick My Fair Lady.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
It's a good movie.
It is a good movie. And, you know, part of it is whatever. My older sister and I, we watched that together a few different times. She loves My Fair Lady. I don't know, maybe that's part of why I liked it. Just the two of us hanging out watching that movie. But it is a fun movie.
Yeah.
I definitely, they didn't have closed captioning back then, but I need closed captioning to understand what the hell. So now when I rewatch it, I'm like,
Especially in the beginning.
right.
Oh.
Yeah, no. The first, I don't know what they're even saying, but they had catchy songs, so it's all good.
Yeah.
And the other one that I'm going to take, I'm torn between 2 films. So I'm going to go with $1 Million Baby.
Okay.
Again, love the conversations between Clint Eastwood and Morgan Freeman. I especially like when they're sitting in the hospital waiting on her, and he's reading her poetry, gonna read her poetry, and Morgan Freeman's like, "I think she's gonna like that." I just like their interactions.
Yeah.
Well, if Margot Martindale is the mom,
Yes,
such a good actress for being a
she's
terrible
great.
person.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And when Hillary Swank finally lets her family have it, telling her, I can move your bad ass out of that house. It's like, okay.
All right, for my last pick.
Can we all guess what it's going to be?
Oh, go ahead. I bet you can't.
Oh, I'm just. it was
I'm
gonna be
guessing
Braveheart.
Argo.
I was
Okay,
going
so we had
Argo.
Argo F yourself. All right.
Braveheart.
Braveheart.
Following the list. that we
I
have.
was going with Gone with the Wind or Braveheart. One of those
Okay,
two.
interesting. I had both of those on my list, but I had this movie ranked slightly higher than both of them, so I'm going to go with Birdman.
Oh, yeah.
Oh wow.
Love Michael Keaton in that movie. I mean, I love Michael Keaton.
Kind of
just-
revived his
so-
whole like career.
Oh yeah,
Just-
yeah, and I mean, hey, it's gotten him back into Batman with this Flash movie. So
It kind of was the
Okay.
precursor to like 1917 as far
Yeah.
as like, shooting the movie.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah,
I
I thought
like
it was
that.
really cool.
Continuous
Like it was a
shot.
fun movie, but yeah, and like groundbreaking. I thought at the time too. So yeah, like you hadn't seen like something quite like that. So yep, that's my last pick.
All right, my last pick. Going quickly. Gonna go with Argo 2012.
Nice.
There
That's
you
a
go.
fun film.
It is a good.
good.
one.
It's so like, and the fact that that's based on like things that actually happened is just,
Yeah.
it's insane.
Yeah.
My only drop, the only reason I don't put it up higher, like it's a fun film, I like it. Just from the very beginning, it's kind of like Titanic. There's no
What's gonna
there's no drama in Argo to me because I know they get out, but it's still great.
Now, I went into that knowing it was a historical thing, but I didn't really know much about it at all.
Like same. Kind of.
So I enjoyed
Right.
watching it and then going back to read what the similarities were, what liberties did they take, that kind of thing.
Sure.
That's the same with American Hustle, Ab Scam.
Yeah,
How much
yeah.
of that was real? How much of that was just David O. Russell being weird?
Yeah.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
all right, man.
the last pick.
The
I'm
last
so torn, man.
Mr. Irrelevant.
Oh come on, get your Brock Birdie.
I'm so torn.
Crash is still on there, dude.
How has it lasted this long? You could get the English Patient.
Oh, we should do 10 worst.
Oh man.
Oh, dude. I have to pick it. It's just like, yeah, I have to pick Annie Hall. It's like, I love that movie.
Really?
And even though he's just so despicable and an evil person, like another soundtrack that I owned as a kid and would listen to like all the time. Like I love every song in that movie. And there's like the dynamic between those two is just so good.
I really
It's Woody
enjoy
Allen,
it.
right?
Yeah, it is
Yeah,
Woody Allen.
I've never been a Woody Allen fan.
No.
Yeah,
I've
same.
never gotten him.
I didn't like the shtick.
Yeah.
I get that he's talented. He's got a long career. People like him. I just never got him. So,
I was torn.
and I've watched a few of his films. I just didn't get it.
I
So
was
to speak.
torn between that or Kramer versus Kramer, but
Have you? Okay, so
I love
obviously
Kramer
you've
versus
seen.
Kramer.
That's a fun film to watch, to see what life was like.
Yeah.
because it really is a good. I just recently rewatched that. I don't know, sometime last couple months. It would happen to be on one of those flashback channels.
Yeah.
And when I was watching, I'm like, it's so weird to see. Like it's all realistic. And
Yeah.
it's a very realistic film.
Yeah.
And what's funny is that you had a movie where the drama was a divorce, and
Yeah.
divorce was so
It's so
taboo.
intense, yeah.
Right. And now, I mean, I'm not. It's pretty normal, unfortunately.
yeah,
It
over
is-
50%, right?
Yeah.
55%.
It's weird when people are like stay together for 30 years. Like that's not
Yeah,
normal.
yeah.
Yeah. So for that movie to, and he's an ad, in his ad agency. Just all of it is kind of fun just to rewatch and remember what life was like in the early '80s. At least I thought it was fun that part.
Yeah.
But it is just kind of a rough movie from time to time too.
Yeah. I'm kind of surprised All Quiet on the Western Front didn't go. At
I had it
any
on
point.
my list for sure, but
I was considering that one too, but
yeah.
that and All the Kingsmen.
I'm surprised Gone with the Wind didn't go. But
I
I'm
don't
so
like that
bitter.
movie.
I don't
I'm
like
so bitter
I
that
don't like
Wizard
that
of
movie.
Oz.
I root
Should've
for
won.
the Union Army to burn Savannah to the ground.
Sure.
Like I'm like, come on, Sherman, do the thing.
I never liked that movie.
So
I like
just,
it. I don't think it's. I mean, I couldn't judge that time frame. What other movies it was up against? So it's hard to say it's not the best movie of the year that year. But yeah, I don't think it's an Academy Award movie. But I remember watching it more than once. Think it was fun.
I mean, I know it's one of the most sold movies of all time, right?
Yeah.
As far as
Gone with the Wind.
yeah.
Adjusted
It was
for
on my list
inflation,
just
it's
because
the
of that.
best-selling movie of all time at the box office.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, Wizard of Oz should have won
Oh yeah.
in
Dude.
39.
It's
Oh, my gosh.
infinitely better. Like,
Was that not a flop though in 19? Like I thought Wizard
I
of
don't
Oz
think
was
it
a
flopped.
flop at the theater.
wasn't it?
I thought it.
pretty well.
It wasn't a flop. It was because it was so expensively
Yeah.
made that it didn't make as much profit as it was.
Oh,
It was critically acclaimed though.
okay. I didn't realize that. I thought it was like.
But I don't know how voting went back in the 30s.
Yeah,
Like,
that
you couldn't
transition
like
to color would have
It's
They've
five
got-
white guys
they've
with
got
thumbs up,
card-
thumbs down. I think is how the voting went. The head of the studios.
All right, let's wrap up. Salemi, where can they find you on Instagram? What's your handle?
You can find me in A110. You can also find me at my address. And for those of you who know me really well, you can find me on Black Twitter, but I don't give out my handle because if I had to do that, then you don't know me.
Yep, it's true. How do you feel about your picks, Arvin?
I feel pretty good. I think I got a good list. So
Is there one you're surprised that you got?
I'm surprised that Unforgiven lasted as long as it did to get to me. So I was like,
Yeah.
all right, this is great. And then French Connection. I feel like those are the
Oh,
two
yeah.
where I was like, okay, like I'll take this gift that you guys have given. That's great. So yeah, I feel like I did pretty well. I feel like I got it.
Littell?
It's nice.
Or Salemi?
Does everyone like Braveheart? I like Braveheart.
I like
Yeah.
Braveheart. It was on my list. I put it at
Like,
It's not like top 10 for
33rd
me,
though.
but I really like.
But it's 40 films.
Yeah.
And Braveheart didn't get selected.
I
which
think it
I'm-
has low rewatchability.
Yeah. And also the fact that it's not very historically accurate kind of takes away for me.
Not very.
Well, it's not as
They rode
accurate.
horses. And they had swords.
There were swords.
Yeah.
Not every movie can be as accurate as the Da Vinci Code. Right? But if you're gonna, I think if you're gonna hate movies based on Kevin Spacey ruining them, Mel Gibson, I think.
Yeah.
He brought that one quite a bit down my list too.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah, because
I would have had it ranked somewhere in the 20s, and then I put it. I think it's 33rd on my list.
Yeah.
Out of like the 40 that I ranked. So.
you ever seen Apocalypto?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
That's
he
good.
directs that, and
It's good.
It's really
It's
I
very
actually
good.
think he's a
It's
really good
really
director.
interesting.
Hacksaw Ridge was really good.
I love
Yeah.
that movie.
If
That movie's
he's the
so
director and I don't have to look at him, it makes it a little easier.
You can pretend that.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the downside of Braveheart. It's like
He's the guy.
he's the guy.
Yeah, no, I love my list. I've seen all these movies so many times. Like especially Casablanca, Rocky.
Yeah, I feel like we all got
Uncharted,
good
Lord of the
lists.
Rings,
Like,
yeah.
I would go to any of these festivals. Like,
If you could steal one movie off of somebody else's
Ooh,
list,
that's fun.
what would you do?
The Godfather Part 2. I would
Godfather
take that.
Part
right
2.
now.
Father Part 2 was.
What about you? What would you steal, Kashner?
I would probably steal. Probably the French Connection.
Yeah,
I was really bummed about that.
yeah.
Arvin, what would you
Thank
steal?
Oh man, that's a tough one. Let me look at this. I got a lot of the ones, but the first one that was like really highly ranked by me that I would probably take is Godfather Part 2. I had it at 4. So yeah.
Salemi.
No Country for Old Men. I love watching that
That's a
film
great movie.
over and over and over.
Yeah.
Great ending. They
Oh.
just kind of.
Yeah.
Just
drives away.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
That
so
scene.
evil.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm thinking of it's the last scene. Javier Bardem.
So
or-
driving away.
No,
Okay.
it's Tommy Lee Jones talking about
Yeah.
the dream he had or whatever.
with his uncle or
whoever that is, yeah.
right. Okay. I couldn't remember which was the last scene because I do love that little conversation. And is the coffee fresh? I made it this week. Okay. There's some line too about the cats. Some I keep, some are mine, and some are I don't know. They come and go. I don't remember. I just love. It's a funny scene. It's a good movie.